Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where sun go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another AFR broadcast. This time we're coming to you live from Autódromo Jose Carlos Pache, otherwise known as Interlagos, for round 20 of the Season 5 Tier 1 and Tier 2 Championship here at AFR. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and with me tonight is Psycho.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, so we're just getting ready for qualifying. 17 and 40 seconds on the clock. I'm just going to wait for them to start pulling out of the garage so I can see one now. Let me see if I can get all this set up for everyone.
Pepsi's out.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you expecting from this race? I can see a little bit of cloud cover too, so I wonder what it's going to be like.
If last season's anything to go by, a lot of close racing. These guys are closer than they are last year as far as competition goes. So I expect a big battle up the front and even in the midfield. Specific to watch out for is we don't have a Potsy tonight.
No.
That's going to hurt.
So he's...
Yeah, Potsy is currently leading the championship on 248 points, and Matt Dabry is on 228 points, so he's 20 points behind him. So Matt Dabry will definitely be looking to take a win here tonight to give himself a decent chance of winning the championship next week.
So 2 rounds to go, obviously. We've got this one and the final in Abu Dhabi, the Yas Marina circuit. As we see Apollo Pepsi coming around the final corner there to start his lap. We'll jump on board with him. I'm not sure why it's looking backwards, but that's always good. It's a good question. Why is it doing that?
Mine did that a few weeks ago. It was very frustrating.
Interesting. Okay, well. That's great.
Pretty tidy run by Pepsi so far.
Sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. It was my pedals.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, because the accelerator pedal is considered. That's all good. Okay. Now that that's fixed, as Apollo Pepsi now going through Sector 2, out to hit Sector 3, 51.014. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Quantum. It was my pedals that were registering that the camera was back, so. Okay, so Apollo will cross the line. It's at the first time here, 107.459. See a bunch of other about to finish their lap. Let's see, I can see a Renault there. Pacey with a 107.925.
Good banker lap by Pepsi.
Big Al jumped into a Ferrari.
Matt Dabry, 107.3.
So that is the... and T-Mac beats him down with a 107.25. As we see Matt Zoid taking track limits very liberally. But anyway, he starts his flying lap. Oh, and it's already invalidated.
BTR,
so he'll have to reset that one.
106.7. With Fever coming in right behind him at 7.1.
That's pretty good there for the Alfa Romeo boys. 1 and 2 so far. There's Ali in the Red Bull. About to start his flying lap. Down into the center S. Oh, heavy load on that front left.
I believe that we have predictions running in the chat now.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, first prediction. Will both Mercedes qualify in the top 10? Who are driving? That would be Flyboy and Smitty in the Mercedes, so... see what everyone else thinks. As Ali making his way through Sector 2 now.
What? What do you mean streamers and mods can't predict? Come on now.
That would be unfair, because we know everything. The 50 board. Sector 3. Wow, purple middle sector. I think it just got taken away from him, but flashed up there for a second. A 108.015.
Decent banker by Ali. Now, Ali hasn't actually raced since Canada. So he's definitely going to be rusty.
Yeah, he's got 12 minutes and 39 seconds to practice. As we are on board here with Big Al as he comes up around that final turn. At his flying lap. So 12 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. PTR and FIBA still 1 and 2. So right now a really good result for the Alfa Romeo team. T-Mac will want to improve on that. Matt Dabry as well. He'll want to try and start as high up in the order as possible to make getting those essential points much easier.
Miguel going a little bit deep into turn 2.
Oh, you've got a car, looks like pacey. A bit of an off there on the track.
Miguel using absolutely all the track to his advantage.
Round the final bend, hugging the pit wall nice and tight. And he'll... 107.25. So he managed to slot in there between the Alfa and the Williams.
Good time to start off with. Big pace is on a flyer now, and oh, Pepsi completely gets in his way and blocks him.
You can see that on the map there. He gets Big Al coming around that. Yeah, so oof, that might be an interesting one. Might have to look at that later.
I'd say the stewards will definitely get involved there. That was a really, really bad block. And Jacob is completely right. Geordie pumping in a 106.8 when no one was looking.
Splitting up the Alfa Romeos. Good job there from the McLaren. Wahid currently sitting in 8th. Preparing to start his flying lap. On board with Flyboy at the moment. Here we go. Into sector 2. Pretty fast set of corners. We got hard on the brakes.
Have we heard from a weatherman yet?
No, we haven't.
Our usual weatherman is at a wedding in Adelaide.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so... into sector 3 now, 51.2 on the clock there. He is besting his time. He already set a 107.86. How much does he improve? 107.598, so it's an improvement, but he doesn't jump up anywhere. Stays where he is. As Gus Rule's now coming through sector 3 now. And he's going to go into the pits there.
Straight for the pits.
That's to call that one. So jump on board with the current provisional pole sitter, PTR in the Alfa Romeo 106.7. Matt Dabry hot on his heels though, setting a 106.8. So there'll definitely be some back and forth, I think, between them towards the end here. 8 minutes 37 on the clock.
PTR getting ready for his lap, so is FIBA just ahead of him. Both Alfa Romeos looking to do some damage.
Have a look. How much more time can he find out there? So through the center S. Sector 1 finishing just before turn 4.
Really good line.
Bang, there it is. Okay, so 200th on his time.
The car in front of him doesn't impede him.
Well, it's his teammate, so that'd be awkward.
That would be... No, Phoebe gets out of the way.
Hugging that inside line. Sector 3 line coming up just from the bottom here. You can see him tweaking some settings. Oh, it's a massively slow.
Yep.
So that's definitely not going to be the lap that he was hoping for. We'll jump on board with Matt Dabry. He makes his way through the field, prepping for his flying. Oh, and Bandcamp gifted a tier 1 sub.
Flyboy did jump up to 107.3, so he improves by 0.2.
Puts him in 7th so far. Congratulations, Lucky Richard. Lucky is correct, apparently. Manages to get that gifted sub. There we go. Matt Dabry currently 2nd. He'll be looking to try and take that top spot. How much time can he find here on track? We're coming to the Sector 1, Sector 2 line. Ooh, and he's already beating his time by a whole 10th. So that's looking good.
Hopefully he can keep it up. There's a couple of cars in front of him.
It's a teammate. It's Ali that's ahead of him. Hopefully... See, Brazil's not one of those tracks where you can benefit from a tow. Unless you line it up so you're on the straight.
Yeah.
Or possibly coming up to turn 4. Otherwise, you don't really get a benefit anywhere else. It's too much of a risk. Oh, man. A very...
improved.
Oh, have a look at this, but... Here we go. All right, so...
That's the tow.
That's exactly what I was talking about. And Ali's... That's a pretty good one, to say the least. Matt Dabry's going to go up on the inside. Let's have a look. How much of an improvement? Oh! He does improve, but so does PTR. So PTR manages to get a 106.5. Matt Dabry improves with a 106.7, but it's still not enough.
Now... No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I believe it helped him. Not as much as what he would have liked, though.
Well,
it's going to be hard to knock PTR off that position.
He's got 5 minutes. A couple of runs that can be made there. Jumping on board with Wahid. So Wahid's teammate Geordie currently sitting 3rd with a 106.8. Wahid with a 107.5. So we'll see if the McLaren driver can improve that in any way.
I think Gus is about to cross the line. No, not Gus, sorry. I saw it. Starting his run. He does not have a time yet. Neither does Honecker.
Be pretty precise there with the steering. Wanting to make sure you don't lose out too much speed with scrubbing. We're on the final couple corners now, so into Sector 3. And he's 0.2 up on his time. Purple sector apparently in the middle, so... Have a look here. He'll cross the line. 107.3. Stays 7th. It's an improvement, but stays
Definitely.
7th.
Matt Stewart about to set his first time.
He'll cross the line there in the AFR. Oof, 107.1. Up in a 5th.
Good time. Very, very quick time.
We'll swap over to Geordie now, who just started his flying lap. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on that clock. Massive lock up on the front left. Just to show you how fast they're coming into that first S.
Yeah, still flying though.
And he's currently down by 100th, so Slower so far, but he might be able to make it up in the next two sectors. He does have traffic in front. It looks like one of the Mercedes is to the side, a yellow flag in the mini sector.
Flyboy parks it nicely for him.
Let's see, is the McLaren faster? He is. He's up on his time. It's not a massive improvement, though. We'll have to see how it comes together at the end. He might even get a cheeky toe from the AlphaTauri. Oh, careful with that curve.
Just too far back. Oh, invalidated! Oh!
He went too far in! Everybody tries to hug that the pit lane and go up against the pit wall to try and minimize the distance on the track, but he went a bit too far. Ends up invalidating it, so no improvement for him. He'll have to go again. But with 2 minutes on the clock, it's going to be a tough one.
It is. That's going to hurt. Oh. I think Big Al's about to start another flyer.
There is only one driver out of the 15 we have here in the session that hasn't set a time, and that's Hanoka in the Williams. And I'm just interested to see why that's the case.
Looking at Hanoka's pace, she's either going to absolutely smash it or probably end up like 4th or 5th.
Let's find out. That was a 1:15, but that's clearly not the time we're looking for. The time we're looking for is the one she's about to set right now. So here we go. For the Williams on the medium tyre. I might add, only person to run it. But we'll see just how close she can get or where she'll end up on this board.
Keeping it pretty tidy so far. Nice early upshift to minimize that wheel spin. You don't see many drivers go out that wide. I think this will be in the 6s.
Wow!
106.7 on the medium.
106.7 on the medium. Oof. Oof. Okay.
That's,
Jesus. Apparently
impressive.
nitrous oxide in the old Williams.
That's an old school
Far
Williams.
out. Okay, well, the times are coming to an end. We'll just jump on with PTR as he is making his way around the middle sector of the track. But that is a really good time on those mediums. PTR still on the lead. Matt Zoe retires from the session, so he will stay with a 107.1. Flyboy was disqualified from the session. That's interesting, so he'll start right at the back. Pacey currently 14th is Big Al. Oh, almost nicking the car there. PTR trying to inch as close as he can to the wall, but hopefully he doesn't. Let's see, is it an improvement again? 106.507 it is. Now we jump on board with Matt Dabry. It comes down to this. How much more can he improve? Nah, he backs out. He backs out.
Now, I do realize that Brazil is a very short track, but from 1st to about 12th is still within 1 second, which is quite impressive. I mean, these guys are very, very close. The whole field is close.
All right, so that is qualifying done for this session. So PTR will take pole position with a 106.507 there at the end. Matt Dabry will start alongside in the Red Bull with a 106.7. FIBA with a 106.74. Hanoka on the medium tyre with a 106.7. So that's a really good start there for the Williams. Geordie and Wahid starting alongside each other for Team McLaren, 106.8 and 107 respectively. Big Al, T-Mac, Matzoid and Smitty round out the top 10. I'm not sure what happened with Flyboy, but he did get disqualified, so he will have to start at the back. And we've got Apollo, Gus Rules, Ali, and Pacey from 11th to 14th. All right, so I don't know if we...
Panda reckons Matt ran out of fuel.
Matt ran out of fuel. Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a sunny race.
Yeah. I mean, it could rain partway, but we're not sure. I guess maybe that's, if it does, it'll spice things up. As we wait for them to
Loading.
set up on the grid. Right, so pretty much this race, it's all on... It'll be all on Matt Dabry to try and get a solid finish, score as many points as he can, so he can bring the fight to Potsy at the end, at Abu Dhabi.
That's the goal for Matt Dabry, yeah. And actually, if you even look further down the charts, there aren't many people that have sort of isolated. A couple of guys could definitely still gain or lose positions this week and next week. So FIBA's only 23 points off Big Al. FIBA and Panda are actually tied. There's not much separating 8th till about 11th either. So there's still quite a bit to fight for.
All right. So here we go. 36 laps here at Interlagos. Or round 20. As we can see the grid going out for their formation lap. Last chance for these drives to get temps, brake temps, make sure everything's working. Red Panda in the chat there. He was a 10th off. Why would he abort that? I mean, yeah. That's true. Why would you? But I don't know. It was a question. What was the prediction there? Will Alfa Romeo finish with points? Finish on the podium. Will Alfa Romeo finish on the podium today? Ooh. I would have to say yes. I know I'm not allowed to jump into that, but I would have to say yes.
I'm going to say so. Both
I mean,
PTR and FIBA have a good chance of getting on the podium.
Yeah, something drastic could happen, don't get me wrong, but I feel as though...
There's a pretty good chance. I think the podium is probably going to be Matt Dabry, Honecker, and one of the Alphas.
Honecker showed pretty blinding pace there. Haven't seen them race, so this will be my first viewing, but definitely had pace.
The sheer confidence to... obviously you can't do a medium run early. You'd want to hold it to the very last if you intend to qualify on them.
Oh. Well, the 8-ball says I don't... Oh, well, I mean, the 8-ball's usually correct. So we'll see. Oh, it's lap 2 of 36, apparently. Okay, anyway.
That's cool.
Here we go. I'm waiting for the lights to count down. I don't see them on my screen at all. But they're out, and away they go down towards that first turn. So Geordie manages to get... Wait. Everything is broken.
Broken completely. There's a car out front. I couldn't tell you what car. It's an Alpha.
Everything is broken.
Away.
Okay, that's definitely PTR. I'll see if I can try and decipher how this works. Okay, so it's PTR. That'll be Matt Dabry. FIBA behind him. Honoka there. Everything's getting fixed up now. There we go. Okay, so PTR leading. Matt Dabry in second. FIBA in third. Honoka in fourth. It seems pretty clean. I say that. Oh my god, Gus is actually out. Okay, so Gus is out of the race. We're down to 14 drivers and a VSC has been called. Well, I didn't get to see what happened there, but...
He made some contact with another car.
He would have lost a wheel. He would have lost a wheel, guaranteed.
Yeah, he just spun inwards, hit the wall, and that was it.
That's insane. Never even finished an entire lap and Brazil takes a victim. Okay.
So, in that very short, chaotic stint, Smitty has jumped 4 positions.
Yeah, right. So he's up there. He's up there in the 6th. We'll just it's this one here. Yeah, 4 positions Wow, he's dropped down 4. Pacey's gone up 2. Flyboy's gained 1, and Matzoid as well.
Matt Dabry. Wait, what? I think it's glitched again.
I can see a Mercedes way off the track. It's Smitty. He ends up getting a 5-second penalty for a collision with Geordie under VSC conditions. VSC's now ended. We're on green flags.
That cost Smitty his end play.
Jump on board here with the Williams. Having a look back, everybody's coming through pretty well so far. PTR does have quite a decent gap between himself and the Red Bull of Matt Dabry. Matt Dodd going very deep into the corner, ends up nudging Big Al out of it. Luckily, nobody got damage.
Big Al he lost it. No damage though, luckily. Dropped back quite a few positions.
Dropped down a ton of positions, actually. Jesus, all the way down into 11th. He's now looking to fend off Ali behind. So, let's see, 4 drivers on the medium compound. Anoka there in 4th, Pacey in 10th, and Ali and Flyboy 12th and 13th.
Man, I feel for Smitty. Had absolutely such a phenomenal start, and then just, I don't know what happened.
Apollo and Wahid trade places here as they come into the first turn. Side by side, who's going to come out on top? I think it might be Apollo. He does, squeezes past. Good job for the Racing Point. We'll jump up on board now with the other Williams. So T-Max are going to go on the outside of Matzoid right now as they come into turn 4. Oh, be very, very careful. Gets nudged slightly. But Matzoid does defend the position.
What a squeeze by Matzoid.
It was just enough where it was legal.
Pepsi is enjoying this.
He is. The more they fight, the less work he has to do to get in front. Nice tight grid there at the back, at the front. PTR's already put a 1.2 second gap. DRS is enabled. It is lap 3, but Matt Dabry won't be able to benefit from it. FIBA, however, will.
If we have both Alfa Romeos on the podium here, I think there's a chance they lock out the constructors.
They're ahead by a pretty decent amount.
They are. PTR's having the fastest lap at a 107.9.
Amazing what a clean track will do. Here we are watching the battle from Apollo Pepsi's perspective. Matzoid has managed to put a pretty sizable gap here. The T-Mac. Apollo's just looking for a chance. Obviously you don't want to go too ham, otherwise you might lose the important wing.
Okay, Jacob informing me if Alpha scores more than Red Bull, they win the constructors.
There you go. All PTR has to do is run a solid race. Right now, Ali is in 13th, so it's going to be a rough one for Red Bull at this stage.
Did you see Ali's reason for reserving tonight?
No.
He got tired of people calling him Rosberg.
That's rough. As Matt Dabry now sets a fastest lap, so he's trying to get it, and he's managed to bring that time down to less than a second. So I hope still. Oh, as we see a lock up there from T-Mac.
Matt Dabry absolutely lighting up the timing board.
Jump up a couple of positions, up into 4th. Williams chasing down the Alfa Romeo driven by FIBA.
Bit of a lock up by FIBA, that's going to cost him some time. Locks up again.
There is a ton of smoke coming from that car. Which is interesting. Got a sector 2 yellow flag, and it looks like one of the Alpha Tauris is off to the side. And it is. Matzoid something's happened there. Got caught out on the hairpin corner, and he's down all the way to 13th. So Apollo with 4 positions gained, Pacey and Flyboy all with 4 positions.
Now, they'll be getting to a point fairly soon, I'd say, where those mediums of Hanukkah are just going to be a lot more grippier than the softs. I think they're getting close looking at Honeka's gap to Fieber.
They would, the softs would give out about lap 8.
Oh, Pepsi
8 or 10?
having a massive tank slapper.
Seems to have caught it well, though. Didn't lose too much time there with to T-Mac. T-Mac, however, has dropped back 4 seconds from Geordie.
Oh.
Which is really only because Matoid dropped back, so it looks big, but
It's got a lot of work to do to catch up again.
that's for sure. So PTR leading this charge well. 0.6 of a gap. Have a look at the Williams here. Decides to attack Fever on the outside as they cross the line. Up into the first turn. Let's have a look. Ooh, very well done. Gets the move. Up into third.
Amazing move by Honeka.
To have that much pace on medium tyres, and the medium tyres haven't even broken into their stint yet. Oh no, what's happened there? Fever is off the track.
Missed his racing point, smashed into the back of Honeka, cost them both.
Oh, okay.
Somehow didn't get any damage. He absolutely punted Honeka.
That's interesting. Yeah, so he has all of his M plates and his wing. All right. Played ball, I guess.
Geordie's smiling all the way to the bank at the moment. He greatly benefited from that.
Yeah, he's definitely up into third and almost a second behind, so...
I'm actually amazed that we're 7 laps in and no one has a penalty yet.
Weird, because I could have sworn that Smitty got one for hitting Geordie under VSC.
That would have been 5 seconds. He would have served that in the pits when he got his wheel
yeah,
straight.
right. Okay, yep, nah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm a good bit... That's quite impressive, actually, so far. Because Geordie, especially, he's renowned for having exceptional pace, but horrible on track limits. So if he can keep it clean, he might even end up on the podium tonight.
So back on board with Apollo Pepsi, chasing down T-Mac here. Closest battle on track. Both of them on soft compound.
Jacob Meister calling Honeka's overtake on Geordie an easy clap.
We'll see. The gap is 0.6.
Geordie is sliding a lot on those soft tyres. I'd say they are hurting him now. My lap counter seems to have glitched out.
Can't wait for F1 2021 and all of the new bugs that we get to discover.
Okay, yep.
So Matt
Geordie's
Dabry has just overtaken PTR there for the lead as we hit lap 9, and Honeka managed to do the same to Geordie. Oh, and I think the game just crashed.
Did it?
Yep.
Ooh.
Awesome. That is fantastic. Okay. So now...
Yeah. Okay, so Matt Dabry and PTR are still fighting for the lead. Honeka overtook Geordie. Yes, Jacob, now is my time to shine.
See how quick I can do this. I'll chuck on some music so it doesn't...
Not too much going on at the moment. Matt Dabry is slowly pulling away from PTR. He's got half a second on him so far. Not much more is changing.
Apparently the game didn't appreciate it when I talked crap. It's like, okay, you're going to talk about it, I'm just going to crash.
It's like, hold my beer and watch this. Okay, Pepsi overtaking T-Mac on the main straight, gets past the Williams with no problem at all. Then has a massive lockup. T-Mac nearly avoids the back of him going into turn 1. Good point, Jacob. There's not too much going on at the moment. Matt Dabry keeping that half a second gap to PTR. We'll see which one of them blinks first and dives into the pits. I think the undercut's pretty good around here.
Okay, and we are back.
Welcome
Promise I won't say anything bad. So lap 10 of 36. As we start lap 11, looks like PTR's back in the lead. Matt Dabry behind. Honecker in third. Jordy and Feber following. Oh, apparently there's no audio. That's always good.
T-Mac's really
Let's have a
close
look.
to the back of Pepsi. As he gets a 3-second penalty, T-Mac is our first victim to the track limits.
That's weird. Because audio is definitely working. At least on my side, but not on this side.
Wahid close to the back of... Oh, Wahid hits T-Mac. Completely loses his end plate in Sector 2. He's going to have to pit now. That sucks for Wahid.
T-Mac there with a penalty. I'm not sure why the audio isn't coming up. Game is so great.
Wahid costing Big Al a lot of time on the straight.
Formula E looking sick this year. I will try and figure out what's going on for you.
Oh, Jacob, that was a good one.
Maybe I can just do...
Combined saying pause the game. I don't know if that'll do anything.
Nah, it's the audio is working fine on my end, but it's not working in OBS. So I might have to restart the. Interesting. Okay. I wonder why that's the case.
Jacob must just subscribed for 7 months in a row. Bandcamp's tier 1 sub. That'd be why.
Alright, I might have to restart the game. So let's see.
Well, no one's pitting yet.
Oh, no.
Matt Dabry maintaining that gap behind PTR. He's about 0.3, 0.4 seconds behind him. And same with T-Mac and Pepsi. Oh, it's getting close to the front now. As the softs start to win, Honecker is half a second behind Matt Dabry now. Okay, Matt Dabry on PTR. He'll overtake him again down the main straight. Makes it look easy. We'll see if PTR wants to fight this coming down the second straight DRS Open. Overtake on. Matt Dabry's also using overtake. Both of them using absolutely everything, battling really hard into turn 4. Matt Dabry maintains the lead. Both drivers using quite a bit of ERS, but Matt Dabry's still got about half a second on PTR. Honecker half a second behind both of them, just biding her time. As penalties start flying in now, FIBA and Wahid both pick up 3 seconds. They have pitted for the hard tyre. Jacob Meister saying in all caps, very loudly, sound.
Yep, I think it's back. All right, we're good. This game, I love it so much.
PTR, it says, going to try and get past Matt Dabry on the straight here. Already got overtake on. Opens his DRS, and he'll fly past.
On the outside, towards turn 4, PTR takes the lead back of this race. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but it looks like they are ironed out, at least for now. So hopefully it will stay that way. Lap 15 to 36 for just behind the halfway mark. PTR in the lead of this race. Matt Dabry close behind, and Honecker holding steady, all on 14 laps of wear. Neither of them have pit yet. Geordie, Apollo, and T-Mac, 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively. And it looks like T-Mac, FIBA, and Wahid managing to pick up penalties during that 3 seconds apiece.
Was I muted, or could they hear me?
No, they can hear you the whole time. It was Radio Psycho for that entire point.
Matt Dabry. I thought he might give it a go, but he got off his overtake. Oh, he's into the pits. He's in for the early pit stop.
So Matt Dabry looking to do the undercut. The pit window is open as displayed on the right-hand side of your screen. Honecker obviously staying out on the medium tyre, much more wear. This is where the stride comes into effect. PTR's definitely got less performance on those tyres ahead. So we'll see just how much he can squeeze out of them.
Doing well so far.
It looks like Matt Dabry will exit just in front of his teammate, actually. 8th place there. And T-Mac also comes into the pits. Looks like he'll exit out into 11th place.
So he was just behind Pepsi. We'll see what happens between him and Pepsi. I'm fairly certain PTR will have to come in this lap if he wants a chance to stay with Matt Dabry.
Well, we'll have a look. Matt Dabry already making his way through middle of sector 2. So you can see PTR peeling off to the left. He will go into the pits.
And he hit the wall!
No way!
He pushed out! He hit the outside wall in the pits. Oh
my God. Well, it's nothing that I can see, but it is a VSC. PTR is out of this race, and he's collected himself on the pit entry.
That's a bottle and a half.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Combined YouTuber's fault. He totally jinxed him, as you can see in the chat. We have it in writing. But how do you even take that? Leading this race, and you bin it at the pit entry.
I don't know what to say. That's just so unfortunate.
Well, that's now brought it from a 14-car grid to a 13-car grid. We have 2 DNFs now, Gus Rules and PTR. So, Alfa Romeo's chances now sit with FIBA, who is currently sitting 8th place. As, of course, we do go back to green across the circuit. And let's be real, if you're Honecker, you've got to be laughing at this point.
You would be, but in saying that, a couple of guys really benefited from that. Geordie, Matt Dabry, and Pepsi all benefited exceptionally well from that safety car.
As Matt Dabry overtakes Geordie there for 4th position. Nice clean overtake. Thank you for the follow, Blue Docs. Much appreciated. It's Geordie sticking very, very close to the back of that Red Bull.
That's why he picks up his first penalty. Yeah, as Jacob says, Geordie and Apollo got pretty good pit stops there.
Getting a little bit sideways there, Matt Dabry, as he comes up towards Flyboy.
PTR, he had a puncture on pit entry and the car pulled left.
Are you for real? Oh, he's in the chat there. I had a puncture on pit entry. The car just pulled left. What?
Oh, man.
What?
That is the worst luck.
So let's be real. He was 14 laps in on soft tyres. They would have been to the brink as... Oh, Jesus, what a pull-in! Oh, Flyboy. What was that?
Keep it on the track there, buddy.
Jesus. Wow. Let's have a look at that real quick. So, Geordie's flying towards... There you go. So, Matt Dabry makes the overtake on the right side. And then Flyboy's like, yeah, thanks for the... Managing to dodge it. Very lucky indeed. You know who isn't lucky? PTR, because that's ridiculous. So, he was on 14 laps aware that, to be fair, they would have been very, very, very worn. But, man, to be able to get a puncture as you're coming in.
That's got to be... there's got to be some sort of award for most unlucky driver of the season.
That's so rough, man. Oh, Geordie. Thought he was just about to run into that Red Bull there, but no. So this is going to be interesting. I think, considering the DRS, we might actually see a double overtake here. As Pacey's on the inside line. Matt Dabry's getting very, very close. I don't think Geordie's going to have enough time. He's going to try and squeeze it, though. Pacey's going to stay on that inside line. Oh, Matt Dabry having a really push as Pacey gets touched just slightly. Geordie doing a great job to keep off the back of the Renault.
Geordie has no energy, though, which is why...
Oh, Pacey just goes straight back ahead. Look at that.
None of them do. None of them have any ERS left.
So it's a very tight gap.
It is.
Honika's come into the pits and put on those soft tyres. She's exited out there in 5th. We'll see just how much she can go up the grid now. She should be in a pretty good position. But to switch tyres now, that's 16 laps she's got to drive them.
Bearing in mind, PTR got his puncture at 15 laps in. But in saying that, the lighter the car gets, the easier it is on tyre wear.
Yeah, of course. Less pressure, less weight.
Oh, Honoka's going to take Flyboy here.
Honika makes the move as we see Geordie now as Pacey comes into the pits, and we are now reset. Matt Dabry in the lead of this race, and Geordie's going to stick on his backside, making sure not to allow that gap to get too large, otherwise he'll be out of contention. And through all of that, the Williams has caught up again, so the amount of performance in those tyres right now is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. He's absolutely flying. Geordie's got no hope. In saying that, it is very difficult, if not nearly impossible, to overtake in the middle sector of this track. So Honika's probably going to have to wait until the main straight.
PTR. Honika was going to win anyways. Actually, can I get a clarification? Is Honika he or she? Or have I been screwing that up?
I've been told it's a she. By more than one person now.
I am going to stick with that.
I cannot confirm or deny, though. It's not for certain. Big Al getting pretty close to the back of Feber there, as Feber runs a little bit wide. Feber on hard tyres, that was an interesting strategy call.
There we go. Thought so. Okay. I'm glad I was right. So lap 22 at 36. Matt Dabry still in the lead of this race. But it is anyone's game right now in the top 3. Flyboy 2.4 seconds ahead. He's pretty much out of contention. Considering he's on 21 laps of wear on those mediums, he'll have to pit at any moment. And Apollo and Feber as well will probably jump that.
So,
thank you for the follow, Zeus.
Jacob pointing out that PTR's front right was at 83% when it punctured.
Oof.
That's a lot.
Here we go.
Hanukkah
looking for that
now.
outside line. A nice seat. That's a nice competitive squeeze to the outside line. Geordie's going to try and defend this to the end. But he just can't squeeze it with those medium tyres. And the Williams will go ahead. A nice move. So the squeeze was there, but it wasn't vicious. It was good. Oh, she might even get him. Here we go. He's going to come into... Nope. Nope. Stays behind, plays it safe.
I thought she was going to do it then.
The Big Al encroaching on Feber. The back.
Jacob Meister saying everyone is going to crash and he will be on the podium.
As Hanukkah overtakes Matt Dabry there. And will take the lead of the race.
I don't see Alfa Romeo outscoring Red Bull this race. Not at this point anyway.
Not with only one driver.
So that does mean the constructors will actually go to the last race.
So Geordie's still holding on. Doing well to stay behind the Red Bull.
Yeah, that just sucks, PTR. Sorry about that, man. Big Al and Feber having a battle for quite a few laps now.
Just switched over then. Big Al there in 6th position. He's looking to overtake Feber, who was switched onto the hard compound.
The sooner Big Al makes the moves, the better, because towards the end of the race, those hards are going to feel slightly nicer than the mediums. Hanukkah already managing to break DRS from Matt Dabry. Puts in a fastest lap of 108.4.
Incredible pace. Incredible pace. See just how far that gap can extend by the end of the race. Because of course the performance will start to shed once she hits around. We're going to be around the 8 laps or so.
I think she's off into the sunset, to be honest. Unless she makes a mistake. Or gets a puncture.
Why is Feber on hards? I'm not sure, mate. He's your teammate. you tell me.
Alfa Romeo applying that Ferrari strategy.
So Big Al, he's maintaining the gap, but he's not really making any headway. Oh, as Geordie's about to make an overtake on Matt Dabry as they go towards turn 1. Stays on the inside. Having to pull up really, really hard. Not good for the tyres at all.
Good move by Geordie.
And now Big Al will... Oh no, didn't quite manage to get it.
Not quite. Feber does have a penalty, which means Big Al will finish ahead of him regardless.
There's the DRS. It's too close to attack. Yep. Decides to stay safe.
Feber defending very well, putting his car sort of kind of in the middle of the track, making sure the Big Al can't really squeeze past yet. Ten laps to go in this race. Hanukkah nearly have a 3-second lead over Geordie now.
The crazy push on the Williams there. Crazy pace. It's Big Al. Can he close up this gap by turn 1? Oh, it's going to be an ass. He's going to have to attack that inside line quite aggressively. Decides not to.
But he goes out really wide to try and get a really good run into this back straight.
Oh,
and I think it's helped. Fever's lost the car.
Woo!
Oh, that was close. He's ghost. Oh.
Horse is big out to the inside, but does manage to get past.
Damn.
Have a quick look at that again. So you can see Big Al sets it up. And then as Fever comes out of the bottom of the chicane, or the S-curves, I should say, whoop! Tokyo Drift City.
Fever actually had another tank slapper at turn 4. He's pushing those tyres very, very hard.
So Matzoid on 6 penalties, Fever, T-Mac and Wahid on 3. Thank you for the follow, Watford man. Much appreciated. Having a look at some of these gaps. Dabri's having a very difficult time here. Constantly flowing around the 5/6 mark. As the Williams is 3.4 seconds ahead.
This is building that gap.
Jesus Christ.
That flex by doing a 1-lap quali on the mediums and then just absolutely outperforming the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty clean though so far. Stars, a couple of little things.
Anoka did a 106. 106.7? 106.5?
I want to say it was a 6.6 or a 6.7.
Yeah, on the mediums?
Oh, Fever having another tank slapper coming out of the last corner.
Matt Dabry is now putting the pressure on Geordie. You can see him trying to attack into turn 1. Didn't quite work out, but he's still there, and that's what matters. T-Mac also looking for an attack opportunity on Fever. Might be coming earlier than we think. Let's have a look here as they come into turn 4.
No, not quite. Fever is struggling on those hards though. He's got no energy left. Fever, T-Mac's still got about 40%, so I dare say he'll take him on the straight without much hassle.
A close battle here, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then the other one between Geordie and Matt Darren. Jesus Christ. Honoka is 5 seconds ahead as Fever gets sideways again. There you go, T-Mac might be able to do it this time around. Let's have a look. DRS is on.
Both of them had overtake on then. Oh, Wahid. I hope that's Wahid, not Geordie.
Yep, that's Wahid. Yellow flag
Wahid.
there at the start of Sector 3.
Now, Geordie hasn't actually raced since Russia, so he's missed 3. Coming back and getting a podium position is pretty impressive.
A very good drive. See if he can hold off Matt Dabry to the end. 6 laps remaining.
Doing good so far. Yeah, Pandat's a pretty big ask, but if Alfa Romeo bottle it like they bottled it this week, you guys could definitely do it.
So right now, Matt Dabry's just maintaining the gap. There's no real attack. You can see that he's making sure not to use the ERS too much, saving it up for later on. Geordie, however, very, very low. Jacob must just need another puncture and someone to go on hards. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now you pointed that out, I didn't even notice it. So, I think Matt Avery is just biding his time.
It's interesting. He used it to try and get... Okay, so now he's got the overtake button on. He'll have DRS.
Well,
It'll be an inside shot for sure. Geordie stays on the outside. It's going to fly by. He'll have the move done, no problem. Just don't forget the braking zone. Well done. But here's the problem. Depending on the charges and depending on how they drive, essentially you play this weird game of leapfrog until you get to the last lap. So it'll be interesting to see if Geordie makes an early attack or if he just does the same thing. He just maintains until he gets to a prime position and then goes for it.
I think ideally you'd want to be the car following until the second last lap and then make your move as you go into the last lap. Now, Fever's still pretty close to Big Al, but he just has not managed to catch him. Big Al defending really well.
Geordie's dropped down to 7/10.
Hanukkah's increased that gap to nearly 6 seconds.
Nearly 6 seconds. That is some crazy pace. Absolutely crazy pace. Apollo Pepsi doing well there, managing, you know, he's 8 seconds behind Geordie, but he's got a 1.8 second gap in front of Big Al, so he's nice and comfy. He's just going to ride it out for the next 3 laps, and he'll finish pretty good. But this is the fight you're going to want to see. It's definitely going to be between Geordie and Matt Dabry. But when does he make the jump? If he makes it too early, he gives Matt the opportunity to jump in before the end. But if he makes it too late, he might not get the opportunity at all.
Yep.
So, delicate dance with 3 laps to go. We'll see. They're on even tyre wear. In terms of ERS, Matt Dabry is better off, but Geordie has DRS on his side. You can see just how close he's getting. He might even look for an attack now. It's risky if he does. He'll try and hold off that inside line. Hopefully nobody collides. So for now he stays behind.
He did compromise Matt Dabry's lines. He's got a much better run out of turn 3.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, decides to not. Doesn't attack. Stays behind. Here's the thing. He's going to have to try and attack this. Maybe with a lap to go. If he leaves it to the last lap and he can't get it done by turn 4, that's it.
Well, he's made a terrible mistake there by using all his ERS to do that.
Yeah.
So that could cost him dearly. T-Mac pretty close to the back of Fever, and Matt's close to the back of Flyboy. It's all happening 2 laps from home.
Keep an eye on both of these. You can see T-Mac here.
T-Mac has at some point picked up a penalty. Oh, he was there first. I'll check for you, Jacob. Matt Sweat on a 6, everyone else on a 3.
All right, so Geordie decides to take it now. On the inside, lap 35 and 36, he is now ahead. So he will have to play an absolutely stellar defensive game to stop Matt Dabry taking that second position. I'm not sure if he's done that correctly, but time will tell.
I don't think he's made the right call there because he's got no ERS left and Matt Dabry's got half of it left.
Just a penalty check there. So 3 seconds for Fever, T-Mac and Wahid, and Matt Zoid with 6. All right, here we go. Coming towards Sector 3 now. Matt Dabry, a lot of ERS in the tank. Geordie does not. He'll also have DRS, so maybe this is down. This is going to be absolutely down to the wire. Here we go. So Matt Dabry, more than likely with the DRS assistance, will get ahead. Geordie's going to hold this inside line. It looks like it's going to force him to the outside. The only problem is he's way faster. He's going to take that no problem. But here's the question: if Geordie can stay close enough, he might actually be able to jump him on the last sector. Or he might do it now.
He's got no ERS left. Neither does Matt Dabry, though.
That is risky. That is risky. I don't think Geordie should have done that. He'll have to try. He's trying to maintain the ERS. I don't think that's the move. I don't think that's the move. I think what he's hoping is if he can stay close enough that the DRS is going to get him over the finish line. I don't know if that's going to work. However, we'll keep an eye on it.
They're actually equal when you look at the ERS now. They've both spent everything they've got. They'll have a little bit to launch them out of the last corner, but that's it.
So as we come into the final turns, Honecker for the Williams will cross the line in first and take the win here at Interlagos. But here's the issue. As they run to the line, I don't think Geordie's going to catch him in time. He's in closing, but the line is right there. And Matt Dabry, I knew it. I knew that was a smarter move. And Matt Dabry will hold on to second place. It was a valiant effort, but there just wasn't enough track left for that to work.
Oh, brilliant race by Matt Dabry and Geordie. Honecker just in a league of her own.
Oh, look at that. The way they finished, they're now side by side across the whole track. That's adorable. That's adorable. Okay, so Honecker takes the win here at Interlagos. Matt Dabry takes second place and a well-deserved second place at that. Geordie, valiant effort as stated before, but unfortunately will take the last step on the podium. Apollo Pepsi driving a fantastic race to finish fourth there. Absolutely unchallenged. Big Al, Fever, T-Mac, Pacey, Flyboy and Matzoid round out the top 10. An unfortunate race there for PTR. Stellar performance, but unfortunately getting it just a very unfortunate puncture and throwing him into the pit wall. This game never ceases to amaze me, man.
Man, that is just the worst luck I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen some terrible things.
Oh, look at that pose.
Like,
Driver of the day, Pacey. So will Alfa Romeo finish on the podium today? The answer was no. And Williams instead taking the top spot. Absolutely well deserved. What a drive.
Phenomenal performance.
That pace was so insane. What the hell? That was so quick. All right. Quick. So again, well deserved. Then she'll take that extra point for the fastest lap of the 108.4 during the race. So 25 points will go to the Williams. Matt Dabry in second, Geordie in third, Apollo in fourth. Big Al, Fever, T-Mac, PC, Flyboy, Matzoid, Ali, and Smitty there in 11th and 12th. Wahid rounding up the finishing drivers, and of course PTR and Gustrels with their unfortunate incidents. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Stick around. Tier 2 is just around the corner. Hopefully we're done with the technical difficulties. Please, F1, we're done. Okay? Just let's hope this goes smoothly. We'll take a short break. I've been Kuno. This is Misako, and we'll catch you in a bit.
See you guys.
Every weekend is the same. I'm the one you try to claim. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. Call me up with no shame. All your words sound the same. Yeah, I already know about your game, but I'm not the one to sit around and be played. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you ain't overdue. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you ain't overdue. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through. Every now and then I think what we had was something real. Don't know why, cause I've been hurt like this, but never thought that I would fight for you this much. Don't know why, and tonight I'm not the one to be blamed, cause I ain't the one who hesitates. Yeah, I already know about your stupid games. Come around, come around. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you ain't overdue. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through. If you come around just to play me, don't bother, cause you ain't overdue. Don't even try to convince me. Don't bother, cause now I see you through.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the attention. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. same time, I'm in the daylight. You're calling to say hi, but your words they cry. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud. Your silence speaks so loud, and I hear you calling out, yeah. We're talking about nothing. Then you said something under your breath. I can't take it. I know what you're thinking. I wish I could fix this, yeah. If there's something that you need to say, I know it ain't easy living inside your brain for sure. You keep telling me that it's all okay, but I know, yeah, your silence speaks so loud. Silence speaks so loud, and I hear you calling out. Heaven just knows what it wants. Will I go back to the place where I belong? Everyone could break my heart, but I try my best to not fall apart. And I find it hard to let go. The memories keep me together. We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same. They ain't got us running through these veins. Make way for the king.
And we are back. Thanks so much for tuning in. So tier 1 is just over, but now we're here for tier 2. Or season 5 in the AFR Championship here in Brazil. Let's get everything set up so that we can prepare as they get ready to come out of the pits. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and Gus Rules will be co-commentating tier 2 with me today. He's just down in finding out the weather. Well, tonight's tier 2 race.
Back.
Oh, there he is.
It's all clear on the forecast, so shouldn't be any rain in qualifying or the race.
Excellent. Okay. So I can see a couple of cars coming out on the track. Looks like lights jumped out ahead of everyone. 17 cars on the grid. So guys, give me a rundown. What are your thoughts? What are your expectations?
Well, I think, based on the T1 race earlier, that tyre wear will have a lot to do with it. We saw PTR have that pretty unfortunate puncture right as he came into the pits. At what seemed to be a pretty comfortable, lap 15, I think it was. So be interesting to see if he pushed too hard during qualifying, whether or not that'll influence anyone in Tier 2, whether or not they'll take it a bit easier on their outlaps and inlaps just to preserve a bit of tyre life, given what we saw. But definitely, probably the biggest note in this race today is that we don't have stars. So big ramifications there for the championship. He has a pretty comfy lead at the moment, so it's going to be a real big opportunity for Simdogger, who's had a pretty horrid run of late, to bounce back and close that gap a little bit. Trin as well, coming off I think he's had a couple of podiums the last few races. Pondon as well, and Artanis, both of them been pretty consistent. So still anyone's game at the moment, but Williams has wrapped up the Constructors' Championship after last week, so congratulations to them.
That's awesome. So it looks like the game decided to crash, which is awesome. I don't know what it wants, but they can get this back in relatively quickly. Oh man. Because I talked trash. Punishing me for it.
Well, I've currently got about 6 or 7 drivers now already on flying laps. It's a very, very short lap here. At Brazil, I think it's a minute 6-7 seconds.
I think Lights is crossing the line now. 108.107. Keep an eye on some of the other times as we are on board with Vasa. The Hearth. Artanis, 107.75 for the Alfa Romeo team. Trin with a 107.3 for Williams. Simdogger, 108.3. Second slower than his teammate there. So Lick there with a 108.2. Skins managing to slot himself into third with a 108. Quantum Effect, a 107.6. Mate, 108.6. Saxa, 108.8. Mickey, 108.8. Jacob Meister putting up in third with a 107.7. As Vasa now makes his way into Sector 3. Combat with a 111. That's definitely a warm-up lap. Keeper, a 108.1. Vasa comes across the line. 108.8. Puts him in the 13th. So Nut and Psycho, the only two drivers yet to set a time, both in the pits at the moment. See what kind of laps they can throw out. Not sure if anybody's on a run. I think these guys are all coming into the pits. One of the Renaults is staying out. Let's see. That was Saxa. He did improve a 108.3. Nobody on a flying lap, it seems. I think everyone's gonna flown back into the pits, refuel, chuck on new treads.
Yeah, the advantage of this being such a short track is you can get pretty comfortably 4 runs in.
Almost took out the back of Lights there.
Yeah, it's been some 5 grid spot penalty if you make contact with another driver in qualifying, so he didn't.
So 12 minutes, 18 seconds left on that clock. Psycho on his outlap. Thank you for the follow, Andrew. Also for Winders and Bergie.
So Psycho invalidated his first run, so he'll be looking to set a pretty decent banker, but the pressure's on. Not much time to get the rest of his runs done.
So look, we'll jump on board with him now as he crosses the line. Here we go. Where can he land? Hard on the brakes for the Senna S. Been good so far. We'll have a look at what his sector 1 time is. What's the line there? 16.7. Right. Nice use of the track. We'll have traffic up ahead. Hopefully it won't impede him at all. Oh, mate staying on the outside. That's a rough one, but
his teammate as well, so not great communication there between the two of them.
in through sector 2. Line troops there, 51.6. That'll be a straight to shot to the line. Where will the Mercedes end up? His teammate currently sitting 13 for the 108.610. Oh, don't go too far in. A 108.1 shoots him up in the 10th. That. And we'll jump on with Quantum Effect. Currently sitting second. He's on the medium tyre. It'll be interesting to see how much he can improve on that first lap he set.
And this might just be Quantum Effect trying to preserve a set of softs for the race if he's using his mediums. I think he's already set a time on the softs, so this could just be to keep his eye in. He's already invalidated there at turn 2, so might just be a warm-up lap. Get him ready for the final run.
Switch over to Pondon here. Just letting looks a nut pass there in the Red Bull. Here we are on the back straight now. We'll get a pretty good tow here from Lights. But this could actually ruin his turn 1. This is going to be weird. Yeah. Oh my god. And I think that just crashed my game again. That's not good. I don't know why that's happening. What in the hell? Okay, I am going to try something. All right, let's see if that does anything differently. Jesus.
And so Trent has just completed the fastest lap of the session so far with a pretty much 107 flat. It's 107.001, so a couple of tenths clear of Artanis behind in P2. Condon was on a pretty decent lap, but he decided very last minute to abort his run, actually cutting across some zones that don't normally cut across when you're entering the pits, but he obviously had some reason to get back into the pits pretty urgently.
6 minutes 25 on the session timer. Trin in provisional pole. Tannis currently on an outlap. Lights has jumped up there to third, which is great. He'll start next to his teammate at this rate. Quantum Effect also on an outlap. Jump on with Tannis actually as he rounds the back of the circuit. Thank you, Camel, for tuning in. Mr. Seagull there with a follow. Much appreciated. Out on the left side of the circuit there as our tennis flies by. Oh, what is that?
Yeah, we got a Renault and I think that's one of the racing points as well. Seem to have come together there in sector 2.
Park on the side of the road. I don't know if they came together, if they just sort of went, oh, we're not on flying laps, we'll get out. Saxa.
Possibly, yeah.
It's either that or there's a showcase for F1 cars down in.
Well, which one of the racing points is that? It was Light and Saxa, I think. So Lights was on an out lap and Saxa looked like he was on a flying lap or an in lap.
Tannis will cross this line. It's looking pretty quick. Not quick enough though. Does not improve.
May have been on a... Oh, no, they were a new set. Fresh set, so... Obviously he's made a mistake somewhere that run.
Oh, Jesus. Lights absolutely bin that lap. Switch over to the Red Bull here of Nut, currently 17th with the 108.5. See if he can improve his time at all. 4 minutes 14 left on that clock. Oh, he's up by 5/10. This will definitely be a massive improvement for him. Where does he end up though? Up into 11th place, a 107.8. Nice there from the Red Bull. Okay. Good jump on board here with Skins. Teammate, Combat. Currently in 12th, 107.9. In the medium compound. Oh, and have a look at this. McLarens meet up on the back straight. I don't think you're going to get much of an improvement there, though. No, they're both going to come into the pits. Fair enough. Come on board with Pondon then. On his outlap. 2 minutes 44. Who has set? So 3 drivers have set their fastest times on medium tires. London rounds the final couple corners. Trent's still sitting on provisional pole there with a 107 flat. Well, 107.001, but anyway. Up by a 10th. See Psycho there on the inside of the track. Nice use of the brakes there, no lock up. We usually see drivers lock up into there, but that was clean. Lights moving out of the way now. It's looking good for Pondon so far. Currently sitting 13th. He'll want to start a lot higher than that. He'll cross the line. What's the improvement? 4 tenths. That's good. Not retires from the session with a 107.8. Let's have a look. Where does Pondon fit? DRS. Hugging the inside. Hopefully not too close to you. Invalidate. He'll cross the line with a 107.4. And that'll shoot him up into 5th position. Yeah, many more improvements come from the rest of the grid. As a ton of people are on their outlap now, so I think Quantum Effect will be the first of these guys. Yep. 35 seconds left on that clock.
Oh, Mickey's just invalidated.
You won't be able to get around for another one.
No, I think it's invalidated his next one as well, so that's it for him.
Lights has retired, Simdog has retired, Keeper has retired. There is the checker flag. Tannis with the 107.1 didn't quite get pole position. Trin's still up there. Skins and Quantum Effect might have something to say about it. We'll find out. As
Jacobs just set a purple middle sector.
Jeez, he might even come into the battle here as well. Quantum Effect is slower, so I don't know if he'll improve.
Ooh, nope. Jacobs just come in P5 with 107.239, just 2 thousandths of a second behind Quantum Effect.
And Trin. Oh! Doesn't improve. Stays there with the 107.001. Skins just had a purple sector. Let's have a look. Oh, nope. Okay, that's it. Done. So everyone is either done or in the pits. That means that Trin will take pole position for round 20 here at Brazil. Artanis in the second slot. Skins will take third.
So interestingly there, Simdogger has qualified on the medium tyres inside the top 10, so he will start on those tyres, splitting the strategy between the two Williams drivers.
Mm-hmm. There we are again. So Quantum Effect down in 4th, Jacob Meister in 5th, Pondon coming up at 6th place, Lights there in 7th, Simdogger qualifying on the mediums in 8th, Bait Maiden Keeper 9th and 10th. The only other person to qualify on the mediums was Combat down in 14th position, but from 11 onwards you can actually pick whatever you like in that case.
A pretty condensed field. There's only 1.2 seconds separating the entire field.
Mm-hmm.
And just 1 second all the way down to 16th. So pretty competitive bunch we've got tonight.
Yeah, Tier 2 has always been very, very close in that regard. So we'll see how it ends up. Did we end up getting a weather forecast?
Yeah, it's forecast to be dry for the whole race, but Codemasters is often likes to throw a spanner in the works.
Mm. Goes to load in. Hopefully, game doesn't decide to have another hiccup. Everyone's connect in. So how quick do you think How many laps before we see our first casualty?
Well, hopefully it's a bit longer than tier 1. Get past turn 4 would be great.
Mm. The Trin is on pole. As a predicted pit stop strategy, 1-stop soft to hard, lap 13 to 16, or a 2-stop soft medium with stops at 11 and 23. All right, let's jump.
Probably see most people do a 1-stop with the softs and mediums. Probably stretch the softs out about 15 laps if you've qualified on them. So yeah, AWS Insights is a little bit off the mark there.
Mm-hmm. That's right, T-Mac. It was 7.001. That's the important bit. They make their way around one last time, slowly. "36 laps out into Lagos. Hopefully they're clean ones. Good battles throughout. Give us an entertaining watch.
So most of the field outside the top 10 opting to start on the medium tyres. So we've only got Lick and Vasa starting on fresh soft tyres. Keep a close eye on Simdogger. From the T1 race earlier, we saw softs dropped off about lap 8 when the mediums really started to become quicker. So if he can have a good start and hold position, let's keep an eye on him and see if he can come back through the field like Hanoka did.
Here we go. All right, lights out. Away we go. An interesting one here is everything is ghosted, but Trin gets a decent start. Altanis and Skins behind. Everything looks pretty clean so far. It's actually going off a little bit sideways. So a little bit of contact there between Mickey and Vasa, but nothing serious. Work our way through the grid here. Saxa looking for an overtake as they come into turn 4. Oh, might have been contact there between McLaren and the Red Bull. Looks sideways. Skins is off into the wall, and I think that's DNF.
Got a virtual safety car. Yeah, looked like Skin. No, they're both still going. So the McLaren's got no front wing at all. Lick's also missing a few wing elements.
Absolutely no front wing. Okay, so that's good. That's pretty disastrous there for Skins. Jump on the replay there. You don't really get to see the exact incident, but you can see Lick spinning there, and then Skins off in there. Bang! There it is.
So Skins has managed to catch the back of the field, but he's going to have to pit. He's got absolutely no downforce at all.
Can't drive around this track without a wing.
As VSC is ending, we are back racing. Trin sets the fastest lap, but obviously not particularly quick, being under safety car conditions.
And looking at this, we got a nice compressed grid. Honda looking for an overtake on Quantum Effect. As AWS tells me, the predicted pit stop strategy again is wrong the first time, it's wrong this time. Okay. Oh, Honda. Quantum Effect. It's only lap 3, mate. Luckily, no damage for either. As Skins is apparently in the lead of this race with 0 laps on a hard tyre.
Yeah, mine's showing lap 3 as well, which I don't think is correct. It should normalise after this one, though.
That's right. go. All the times now. Fixing. Trin sets yet another faster slap. Condom is encroaching closer to the racing point ahead. Closest gap so far. DRS will be enabled now. We might have the attack here on the inside of turn 4. Be risky, but he decides to play it safe. Looks like Saxa looking at a move as well. Oh, drives up very, very far though.
Bass has got a bit of a run on the Renault now. Starting on the soft tyres, he's got the extra grip. Doesn't really lock up though, he loses a bit of time.
Nick's trying to get past all of this as well.
He thought about having the dive. Oh, his nut gets a bit wild. Loses position to the Renault.
Saxon.
To the Huss now.
Yep, Saxon will get past, and there's a racing point. It looks like lights off the track.
Oh, he's lucky. Goes off, but he has lost wing. Oh
my God, no.
Alpha's lost wing as well.
That was bad.
Still going. There's a couple of cars there with damaged wings though.
Jesus, lights just go straight through all of them. And I think Mickey was the one that came out worse on that. Actually, I don't see any damage on any of them. I think it might be lights that's missing the end plate. Yeah, that's right. Very interesting one as Lick now moving ahead of Vasa. I'll take a quick shot of the replay there. You might not be able to see it, but you can see lights off the track there, and then if you keep an eye on the middle of the screen, it's when they rejoin, bang, there's the carnage there. Very hard to see, but he loses his end plate. Only the Haas is missing an end plate as well. He is, you are correct. His bait mate picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Jacob sizing up Fondon, the second DRS straight. It's going to be a bit hard because he's the third car in that DRS train. Quantum effect at the front of it.
Doing well to stay behind though. Oh, as Lick picks up a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings. Down in 15th.
Fondon's right on the back of Quantum Effect now.
God, like a slingshot as he sets a faster slap to boot. Up 6 of 36. And the Renault gets past with relative ease.
The detection point is between turns 1 and 2 though, so Quantum will be able to try and make a move back going into turn 4.
He's close. Does he pull the trigger though? Looks on the outside. It's never going to work.
Very well defended by the Renault. Positioned the car nicely in the middle of the road. We've got a Red Bull around at turn 2. I know Salvatore, sorry, of Lick. Had a bit of a spin there, turn 1.
Now as Quantum Effect and Pondon have fought, Bakermeister and Simdogger have put themselves in the running now as well. Simdogger waiting for the tyres to reach their stride.
Yeah, and that'll happen in the next couple of laps, so he's done really well to hang on to the back of the train.
Full ERS as well. Watching it from Simdogger's perspective, we'll see if Quantum can actually catch up. I don't think so. Not by the time turn 1 happens. The Pondon will stay in third.
Meanwhile, a bit further back in the field, Psycho's making a move on his teammate Batemate, who's actually fighting him pretty hard for this position.
Interesting.
Oh, it gives him a little love tap as well as Psycho gets through. And he loses DRS as well. They were side by side through the detection point. Batemate's coming back at him as Saxa has retired
Saxa.
from the session. Turn 3, that looks. Yeah, looks like he's lost it on the curb, the exit curb of turn 1.
Interesting.
The exit curb of turn 2. Got Vassar in the pits getting that front wing replaced and chucks on the hard tyres. Yellow flag is now cleared.
Car has disappeared, but yeah, he crashed just over there to the back. And that's our first retirement. So the grid now down to 16.
Sims having a massive go at Jacob now. Looks like those mediums are starting to overtake the soft tyres as preferred.
Quantum's trying to stay in the slipstream to Pondon. Jacob Meister defending the inside line very well.
Yeah, brakes really late there, forced Simdogger out wide and he had to yield. We get a second go though with the next DRS zone. But it's the problem with DRS train. If you're at the back of it, you don't really gain that much. Pondon acting as the cork in the bottle. Defending really well. That Renault's really wide in those corners.
Interesting. Trin's in his own race here. 2-second gap. Now Tanis has done the same to
Mickey's
Pondon.
lost it. Mickey's lost it at turn 4. He was battling with lights. I don't think he's picked up any damage, but oh, it was scary. Big tank slapper.
Pondon is putting some pretty decent space between himself and Quantum right now. Jacob Meister's looking for an attack. Don't think it'll be fast enough. Oh! Just missing the back of the car there. Psycho just picked up a penalty.
So it's starting to become quite imperative that Simdogger get past these guys pretty quickly. Otherwise he'll lose the strategy advantage of being on those mediums at the start.
Doing well to stay there, but yeah, it's very difficult for him to pass.
He's saved up a lot of his ERS though, so he might be able to follow Jacob through. I think Quantum's not got a lot left.
Oh, he puts himself in the
Sim
grass.
runs a bit wide. That's not going to help. As we got a McLaren's gone round. It's combat this time.
Combat was fighting with Batemate there. Looks like he's come out second best. That's not worked out well for Simdogger. He's fallen back almost a second. He's catching up.
Keeper coming into the pits now. So it looks like he's going either. Oh, he's going to the medium. So it looks like he's doing a 2-stopper. I think the medium's going to last the next 26 laps. A bit of a stretch.
There we go. Simdogger's caught up again. Lap 10 of 36. Let's see. Does he keep it nice and tight this time? Yes.
Much better exit compared to Jacob. Using a bit of overtake.
Oh god, he's a lot faster, isn't he? Will he make the move? Jacob Meister's going to force him on the outside again.
Yeah, but he's tapped the racing point. He's gone onto the curb and the inside and lost the position to the Williams. He's not got any wing damage from that, but yeah, we've seen that happen a couple of times the last few laps where he's just braked a bit later than everyone else in front and he's had to avoid, but that time coming together.
There we go. Have a look here. At turn 1, he goes on the outside, and then Jacob just bang And that's caused Simdogger to be able to get past. Williams moves up into 5th.
Meanwhile, Combat Rats just got past Lights again after that little spin he had in the last lap. Mickey right on the back of the racing point as well.
Simdogger. He going to attack Quantum Effect in a similar fashion. Going to assume so. Let's see. Take the 2 yellow flag. It's one of the AlphaTauris.
Lick's gone around. Just looks like he's
Simdogger
lost it on the curb.
goes on the outside. Will he hold it through the S? Or squeezes him out. Well done. Now this is where the mediums start to come into their own.
Looks like the AlphaTauris cooked his tyres. Skins has got past him.
And Quantum Effect might look for the inside line here. No, stays behind. Very, very close. Pondon's doing a great job holding the line up front. Because the fight really is between Simdogger, Quantum Effect, and Jacob Meister. As there's a Sector 3 yellow flag, it looks like Lick might have gone off the course.
He's cooked his rear tyres, so every time we go down a corner he spins, so should be coming into the pits now, and he is. Simdogger now on the back of Pondon, just 3/10 the gap. I think he's going for the move now. He's using his ERS, and so is Pondon in defence. He's got the DRS now.
That is so ridiculously quick. Simdogger will go on the outside.
He's almost run out of energy, but just gets past him. Pondon will have the DRS in the next zone, and a bit of a better exit. Simdogger had to compromise his line to get past cleanly. Goes defensive immediately, going over the pit exit line. Pondon gets past him before the braking zone. He's side by side now.
Oh, that's going to be rough for the Renault.
Pondon gets a whack. Simdogger not leaving him enough room there.
Oh, they're still side by side as they move into Sector 2.
Oh, they're giving each other a bit more room now, but Pondon with the inside forces Simdogger to yield. Great defense from the Renault driver.
That was fantastic. Let's have a quick look at that again. There we go, side by side all the way through into Sector 2. And as they come round, Renault's managed to squeeze him just enough. Look at that. Gets right back there in the 3rd.
Meanwhile, the gap to the front is just opening up more and more with his battling. 3-second gap now between Trin and Artanis, and another 3-second gap between Artanis and Pondon. So this little battle group's bunched up again.
Simdogger might lose out to a Quantum Effect now, as he looks to go on the inside line. How's it going to end up as they turn in? Giving each other space. Simdogger will stay out ahead. Jacob might start capitalising on all the fighting. Every other group is completely blown out except for this one here. Pondon 3 seconds away from second. Trin 3.5 seconds, just say. Trin is almost 3 seconds. Oh, drifting from Quantum Effect there. It's going to cost time. Lights picks up another 3-second time penalty.
So expecting the soft runners to come in either this lap or next lap. And Jacob's the first one to do it. Going for an undercut. Should come out in clear air as well. Jacob onto the hards though. I don't know if that's the right decision. He should have been able to get onto the mediums from there.
We got 16 laps to the end. Sorry.
21.
21.
The hards take about a lap and a half to warm up as well, so I don't reckon he's going to get an undercut from this. And I think everyone in front of him is going to jump to the mediums.
London doing the Lord's work, keeping these guys behind.
So we've got Trin coming into the pits now. Artana stays out.
So Pondon and Trin come in.
Quantum Effect as well is in.
Yep, Simdogger decides to stay out, of course. He's on the medium tyre.
And Psycho as well on the medium, staying out. Jacob coming around the final corner now. Trin's already exiting the pits. And Pondon comes out in front of Quantum. See how if the undercut works for Jacob.
Oh, it does. Oh, it does well. Have a look at this. Watch, he's going to come out with speed out of the S's. Oh, it's going to be so inch. It's going to be so inch perfect.
Side by side.
Oh, and he slots himself there.
Oh, he uses the air attack and he gets it on the inside.
Oh, and it's done it. Oh, wait, no.
Pondon nearly loses it. Pondon nearly loses it. Cold medium tyres. Jacob around the outside on the hard tyre. He keeps doing it, gives Pondon a bit of a squeeze. He backs out. He didn't want to touch tyres. He goes spinning around. And wow, Jacob gets the undercut done.
Well done to Jacob Meister in the AFR.
He's jumped 2 positions there. Fantastic.
He squeezed that. Have a look at this. Oh, fighting into turn 4. Very well done there from the AFR.
I think though now that the tyres have warmed up, the other guys, I think Jacobs is sitting duck. Pondon gets past him now with the DRS. Wide open. He sticks down the inside though.
Yeah, he's not going to have that inside line. Oh, hold on.
Oh, he's still got it. Did he get
still
DRS?
going.
No, he did. He's got DRS as well, so he's going to hold position.
He's still going. Wow.
And this is going to allow Quantum to close right up on the back of the Renault driver. Oh, this is not good at all for Pondon, but this is going to be really good for Simdogger. He's got clean air. He's just going to be pumping out those laps, pulling a gap, and should get a pretty decent overcut when he comes in for the soft tyres in about 3 to 4 laps time.
17 of 36. And what a fight here from Jacob Meister and the 2 guys behind. Quantum Effect just trying to stay with them. Combat Rat is about to have an absolute arsenal fall on top of him in a minute. They come around the final curves. Jacob Meister setting the fastest time there with a 1:10.1.
Wow, he's making those hard tyres work really well. Got them up to temp nicely, but how long until the medium tyres behind start to close the gap again? Luckily, he's picked up a DRS from Combat Rat in front who hasn't peaked out on the mediums.
Terry goes to there. He'll get overtaken by his teammate.
Yeah, it's AI as well, so that's why he's not getting out of the way. Oh, it's the McLaren. Big moment on the exit there. Loses 2 positions. Not really in his race anyway, but definitely made it so much easier for him to get past.
So Combat might just hold up Quantum Effect here.
We'll give him DRS though to give him a chance to close the gap back up to Pondon and Jacob.
Trin sets the fastest lap. 109 flat.
Yeah, he's closing in on our race leaders at the moment. Just 2 seconds behind Psycho. 9 seconds behind Simdogger.
So Pondon will have DRS now.
Yeah, very close behind now. He's not got a lot of DRS either of them. So Jacob goes defensive. Take that inside line again. Pondon gets it done around the outside. Jacob's hard is not really having the grip of the mediums on Pondon's car. Has to give the position up. So valiant effort by Jacob, but I think his strategy was not the right one there. Should have been able to get the mediums through to the end from when he pit. So hopefully he can hold position where he is, but I think Quantum should be able to close him down pretty soon once he gets past the McLaren.
Quantum keeping it within that 3/10 gap, but can't seem to get past at the moment. Keep an eye here on Jacob Mice to see if he can.
We've got Simdog repeating now, so watch and see if he can come out before Pondon. He's just pulled into his spot now. I think he will come out behind Quantum Effect. He's just coming out of his pit box now as they go into turn 1. Yeah, he's a bit further back in the pit lane than Pondon was when Jacob was coming past.
Yeah, there he is there, just behind Quantum, I think. And that's it.
Yeah, he's on those fresh soft tyres though, so should be able to start pushing straight away. He's got 16 laps to close down the cars in front. I don't think the win's on for him, but he should be able to get back onto the podium. He's just a couple of seconds behind Pondon there, who's our effective P3.
The Psycho yet to pit. He'll come in sometime soon, I think.
Should be this lap. I wouldn't think he'd want to push those mediums any further. And he does come in, so Trian retakes the lead. Nartanis just behind him, 2 seconds thereabouts.
Here we go, Simdog on those soft tyres. Even with DRS, Quantum has nothing here. He'll go up on the outside of turn 1. Oh, leaving the space, but the Williams gets it done. Up into 6 now. He's got a couple more people ahead.
Oh, Sim picks up DRS as well, so that's just the perfect scenario for him. He'll close right back up to Jacob by the end of the straight. Oh, Quantum sticks pretty close.
Condon might get betrayed by Nut here, because he'll have to get past relatively easily. I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
So, esports superstars. So, the reason why PTR had the puncture was he actually did 2 hot laps during qualifying on that set. So, he'd effectively done 18 laps on those softs. So, 16 should be fine. So, we've got a racing point of lights has gone round turn 2.
Simdogger should have Jacob Master pretty easy here, I think. Oh, maybe not. Jesus, where'd that speed come from? Simdogger with the fastest lap.
Yeah, Jacob's closed right back up on Bondon. Simdogger is on the charge. He's not going to get it done this lap, I don't think. Further back, Combat's just come out of the pits in P12 on those fresh softs. Just behind his teammate, who's had a fair recovery drive after his loss of front wing on the first lap. Sitting in P11 now, and his 19-lap-old hards.
Jacob has so much more speed than Simdogger does at the back, but I don't think Simdogger's using his ERS. So...
no, it looks like he's been pretty conservative on it. I think he's just using it wisely. I think he knows that he's only really fighting the 2 guys in front. He's not really got the pace to catch the leaders.
Condon looks. Oh, he decides to attack. I don't think he'll manage to get this. Yeah, he decided to pull back.
Wow, Jacob's squeezing every little bit of performance out of this AlphaTauri. So on the harder compound, he shouldn't be able to hold position like he is.
Yeah. I know. See, this is something. This is the part that's actually getting me, because his tires shouldn't be in their stride yet.
The only thing I can think of is maybe Pondon's pushed his mediums a bit too hard too early, and he's taken a little bit too much performance out of them. Jacob is using a bit more ERS than Pondon is, so could just be that he's using his battery, I don't know, in the right places.
T-Mac saying that hards are on the plus 0.4 for the mediums.
Pondon's having a go into turn 1. Gets past. Tower, you'll have DRS. Simdog is much closer. He does take a lot of curb there on the entry and exit and picks up a 3-second penalty for his efforts. That's not going to help. That's not going to help at all.
No, that's not good.
I think his eyes lit up there. He saw the two fighting in front of him very close. He just took way too much curves. Combat sets the fastest lap of the race, 109.5 on those fresh softs.
Damn, Simdog has to work so much harder now.
Yeah, still got 12 laps to go. Should still be able to pull out that much of a gap with his softs. Only 3 laps old, but does make it harder. He's got more pressure on himself now.
He also
really
can't mess up.
Yeah, exactly. With championship on the line and a couple of rough races of late, he really needs to capitalise on Stars not being here.
Jeez, look at the speed, man.
He's got Jacob now. He's got Jacob now.
He might even have Pondon at this rate.
He's going to get him as well. It goes
Holy
to the
Jesus.
outside. Oh, he got so close to the grass. He's hanging around the outside, though. He comes inside for turn 2. I don't think he has DRS, so he'll have to go on the defensive. He's got very little energy left. He can't cover off the inside. The Pondon's too quick.
Coming to turn 4. Man. I don't think I've seen a race this close.
Oh, Jacob and Quantum now going out just behind. Quantum was biding his time nicely and managed to sneak in with the DRS in the second straight.
I don't know if I've seen a midfield battle this close. It's not really even midfield. It's upper field. But this is fantastic. Pondon is doing everything in his power to keep that third place. Simdog has the performance there, but unfortunately with that 3-second penalty now has that looming over him. Quantum has managed to stay with all of them. And then there's Jacob Meister, who I think now he might be suffering.
Oh, Simdogger hits the back of the Renault. He left it a bit late to pull out of the slipstream. Made a bit of contact, no damage done to his end plate, but Pondon again relinquishes the position, but gets the better line and the DRS to the next straight. Simdogger should be able to go defensive this time. Just a bit further in front. Oh, Pondon does a dummy. Goes round the outside. Oh, Simdogger gives him a big squeeze, forces him wide. Pondon going down the inside again now.
Well, that was a rough one.
To kind of back out. You can't really get through there.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Quantum right on the back of him now. Jacob dropping off a little bit. His hard's not quite being able to keep up the pace.
Thank you for the follow, Master Berserk. Much appreciated. Wow, so Jacob now right behind. 10 laps to go in this race. Trin still well ahead. 2.6 between him and Artanis. Trin and Artanis racing their own little mini races. But the real action's happening from 3rd to 6th with this train. Jacob at this point is just trying to stay there. Simdog has now got a bit of stretch. It's Pondon starting to fall back.
So penalties at the moment. Simdogger has 3 seconds, as does Psycho and Keeper, and 6-second penalties for Batemate, Lights, and Lick. Berserk pole was a 107.001, I think. No one quite got into the 106s in Tier 2 like they did in Tier 1. There was only a second between pole and P16, I think.
Ooh.
Jacob right on the back of Quantum Effect, going into the final corner. Quantum's outside the DRS range of Pondon as well, so Jacob should... Yeah, he's got plenty of energy compared to Quantum, who's basically run out. He should be able to get this done pretty easy as Quantum actually runs onto the grass there, going out a bit wide. And yeah, you can really see when there's no battery at all, you've got no straight line speed.
Oh my, no way. F1, you're killing me, man.
Have you crashed again?
You're killing me, man. Jesus. All right. See how quick I can restart this. What is going on? Not a great piece of evidence for joining the PC race at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
This is hilarious because I think F1 had an update recently, and since then, I don't know. I guess I haven't run this in a while though, to be fair. So I should be able to get this back in fairly quickly.
It's all right. No one's lost any positions yet. Jacob's still half a second behind Pondon. Or then again. Okay, Jacob's just going around past Pondon again at turn 4. He made a little mistake. He touched the grass and locked up. Had to relinquish the position back to Pondon. But only got 7 laps to go. It's getting a bit overcast as well, I'm just noticing. So I wonder if there'll be a bit of rain at the end just to spice things up even more. Not like we need it. Being treated with this race today in Tier 2. Quantum effect, close back up on the back of Jacob again. A couple of battles happening throughout the field as well. We've got Keeper and Psycho down in 7th and 8th. And we've also got Baitmate and Combat Rat for P10.
Jacob looking to go on the outside. It's a done.
Jacob Pondon about the same on energy at the moment, but Quantum's using it all just to close the gap on the straight, so he needs to manage his energy a little bit better than that. I think Jacob's going to hold position this time. Takes the defensive line on the inside, and Pondon can't really do anything. Just looking at the gap to the lead as well. Trian pulled out to 3.2 seconds over Artanis.
Tim Dog are now clear of that penalty.
Yeah, he's done well. He can relax a little bit
Oh,
now.
one of the Mercedes.
Yeah, looks like Baitmate, he was battling. He's going with combat, I think. Alright, here we go again. Jacob versus Pondon. Pondon's a little bit further back than he has been in the past. Jacob not covering inside. I think he judged that pretty well. Kept off the marbles.
Mate. He sees. Jacob Master's doing really well here to stay ahead. Quantum Effect just wants to stay in the fight.
Been a great drive from Jacob. He's really made those hards work. It should just get a little bit easier for him as well, as the mediums will start to drop off towards the end, and the hards will have a bit better performance. So he's done really well. Great defensive drive by him. Yeah, just looking back at Keeper's fronts, and there's pretty serious graining going on those tyres, so Wouldn't be surprised if those 21 lap old mediums can't take much more.
Look at Skins, almost at 30 laps. Those hard tyres.
Yeah, a bit of graining as well on his tyres, but should be able to last the distance. Most tracks, the hards will last the whole way.
The sector 3 yellow flag. Yeah.
So the Artanis. Don't know what happened there. Didn't see anyone off track, but
Skins picks up a penalty.
The battle for P4, it's just spread out a little bit. It started straight, the gaps were all about 7/10 between them. And then has closed it up a little bit. So go through the center S.
Look at the graining this time. Deepest tyres. They're not looking good.
So Jacob should actually pick up DRS here from the lapped car of Batemate. Which is going to help his defensive effort. Actually, the gap's already a second. I don't know if Pondon will have picked up DRS there. I think he just had enough overtake. Jacob nearly losing the rear there at turn 2. Been on those hards for 18 laps now, but should still be a little bit better than the mediums. Combats, it's the fastest lap of the race with a 109.4. We've got about 2.5 laps to go in this race.
London maintaining the 3/10. Quantum effect 5. Sim dogging out 4.4 seconds ahead.
Pondon's making it go on Jacob. Use every ounce of his energy, but Jacob's just saved it up a little bit. I think he might be planning to come back at him into turn 4 again. Yeah, he's got DRS. You'll see that flashing light, means it's got less than 10%. Tries to go around the outside. Pondon gives him a big squeeze right out to the grass. Does leave him space in the exit. Jacob hanging around the outside, coming down the run into turn 5.
The tyres are close.
Got a yellow flag ahead as it looks like a Haas has spun onto the infield. So they're not going to be able to get the move done here, but still 1 lap to go after this. Jacob might just be looking at that and going, oh, hang on, I'll just save my battery. Pondon won't have DRS. 1 last crack on the final lap of the race.
All of that fighting has allowed Quantum to jump back up.
He's still 7/10 behind.
He did just drop it though.
Yeah.
As soon as they came out of that corner.
Commentator's curse. Jacob just 2/10 behind now. Pondon's already using all of his energy before the DRS zone. Jacob further back. There's absolutely no battery left in that Renault.
Here we
Close
go.
enough to make a move.
It is the final lap. Renault's well out of this race, and Jacob Meister now has 2 chances. He's got this one.
I think he's going to get it done here. That Renault's got nothing left at all. Jacob goes to the outside again.
Oh, he squeezes him well.
Bit further.
He squeezes him well.
Got it done. Bit of touching, but
Hold on.
a lot of respect. He's in front. He's got it.
Hold on.
Oh, they touch. Renault goes out wide. Jacob, he's got to be a bit more aggressive here. Can squeeze him, and there he goes. He covers it off on the inside. Is he going to block the Hamilton move up ahead, or is he going to be an Albon? Oh, he leaves it open, but Honda not quite close enough to take advantage as Keeper has gone off. He's got a puncture, I think. His front right has gone.
Okay, so Trin will come across the line and take the win here for Tier 2. Tennis with a well-deserved second and Simdogger in third, but unfortunately, Pondon seems way too far back for this to work. I don't think he'll catch him. Nah, the finish line's just in sight, and Jacob Meister will take 4th place. What a drive from everyone involved.
Keeper's got a rewrite puncture. He's currently in 10th place, and Skins is just 6 seconds behind him. He's so desperate to get a point.
You can see that rear tyre there absolutely flapping away.
Oh, Skins nearly loses it on the exit.
Keeper will have this.
He's using everything. Oh no, the Ferrari's lost some wing.
No way! Skins will come across!
Oh, Skins got it! Oh, the Ferrari's completely lost it across the line. Oh, what a shame for Keeper. What a shame.
Oh, no! No way! Driver of the day, as determined by the game, Simdogger. Congratulations. Oh, Keeper. No. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So, Trin, with a well-deserved victory, Artanis. I mean, those two are in their own little races. There's no fight at all. And then Simdogger with the strategy call managed to get himself up there in the third. Unlucky with the penalty, but he managed to get the 3 seconds back anyway, so... Alright, so there we are. Trin going across the line in first, Artanis in second, Simdogger in third. Jacob Meister with really good defensive driving there, managed to get 4th. Unlucky for Pondon, but good points anyway. They're in 5th. Quantum Effect managed to keep up 6th. Psycho there in 7th. Nut comes across in 8th. Combat comes across in 9th. And then, in a weird turn of events, Skins manages to cross the line in 10th. And with the 6 seconds that Keeper had, Mickey also jumps him as well. So Keeper ended up finishing 12th on that list. Unfortunate there for Saxa, who did DNF. And Lick also seemed to have some connection issues there. And ended up being AI for the majority of the race. So he's down in 16th. And Lights, of course, with that off and getting some small damage. And he's finished in 15th. All right, guys, that is us for tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. We'll be back next Friday with the F2 series, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
F2 still running. Yep.
Excellent. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight. I've been Kuno Zero. This has been Gus Rules, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.
See you guys.
when I'm up through the night. I can't turn down the noise, tear all the worries out of my mind. About who I'm supposed to be, I start to believe I can't get it right. Remember the days I let slip away.